Happy NFL Week 1 to all those who celebrate. It's Tamara Brown and Mike Dussault here to set the table for Eagles at Patriots. Mike, when you look at this matchup, I think it all starts up front. The Eagles bring in a stout offensive and defensive line, and the Patriots have some unanswered questions in the trenches.
Battle of the trenches is a great way to put it, Tamara. I mean, both sides have their veteran elements. Now, I think for the Patriots, there's a lot of uncertainty with the offensive line. We had a lot of injuries. We saw Riley Reiff go to IR this week, further compounding those injury issues. They brought in a couple new players as well, so a little bit of scrambling on the Patriots offensive line. I think that's a key part. Can Cole Strange get back? Can Michael Onwenu get back? And what happens at right tackle, where they, been kind of rotating guys throughout the summer. So I think those are the big questions, but no question about it, that's where the game is going to be won or lost in those battle of the trenches.
Have you ever seen 11 offensive linemen on a 53-man roster when it first comes out?
Well, when an injury strike like this, what are you stuck with? I mean, Calvin Anderson was here all spring, had an illness, was out all of training camp. He's back now. Certainly the circumstances with Riley Reiff, who I mentioned, going on IR, as well as Connor McDermott. He has gone on IR as well. So, it's just injuries have struck. They've had some young guys. They addressed it in the draft. Those guys, are they ready to go yet? We're going to find out on Sunday.
And we're going to find out if Mac Jones is ready to go year 3 for him. We saw a small sample size of Mac Jones and the starters on offense during the preseason. What are your expectations of him?
Yeah, well, just 3 series, against Green Bay. But really, I think where the majority of the work really happened was in those joint practices against Green Bay. And I think the second day of those joint practices, heavy red zone work, full field work, that was the highlight of the summer for the offense, and really that was the biggest glimpse we got, and you still didn't really get all of the starters. You didn't get extended action. Some guys only were in there for a little bit, so I think that there's a great unknown, and I think that exists for the Eagles as well, who didn't play their starters in the preseason. So it's always like this with week 1. You've got a bunch of new players coming in. How's it all going to look? Both teams, some uncertainty on both sides.
Mike, you love the defense. And when you look at the Patriots defense going up against Jalen Hurts and his arsenal, what's the game plan?
That's what everybody's been asking all week. It's like, we just play zone. Do you just play man? I don't think that there is a schematic way to shut down Jalen Hurts in this offense. I think that you just need to come with the physicality, and like you said at the top, win with physicality at the line. Attack them. Don't let him get comfortable in the pocket. But, it's such a difficult thing. He's so dangerous with his legs. He's got 2 receivers who are really dangerous down the field. What happens without Devin McCourty back there? Is the communication going to be okay, preventing those deep balls, which are such a certain way to, give up a ton of points in this league? So there's no easy one way to do it. I think you're going to have to accept that they're going to make some plays, but you've got to make some plays too. And you certainly, when you have the chance to finish him off in the backfield, you've got to take advantage of it.
And we can't talk about this week 1 matchup without also talking about Tom Brady being celebrated on Sunday afternoon. Mike, do you think that the emotional aspect of that will also have an impact on this game?
I think it has to. Pre-game, certainly the fans are going to be excited to see him. We've got a giant new video board, a brand new lighthouse up there. So it's a whole new Gillette Stadium. So I think everybody's excited, to welcome Tom back into the mix. But I'm sure the message will be, look, that's pre-game, maybe halftime, but the players are going to have to compete between the lines during the game. And Tom Brady is unfortunately going to be of no help to us anymore, but hopefully he can bring that energy and give the team a little bit of a spark, maybe not even just for the game, but leading into this week, knowing he's coming, knowing what he meant to the team. Still a lot of guys around that played with him, so hopefully they can use that energy and turn it into a good performance against the Eagles.
For Mike Dussault and Tamara Brown, that's it for this preview for Week 1, Eagles at Patriots. For more content leading up to the game and more Tom Brady throwback content, go to Patriots.com.